Welcome back. Welcome back. It is Thursday Eve. I'm sorry, Thursday Eve. It is Friday Eve. Let me not even try and say it's Thursday Eve. It is Friday Eve. The week is already, or almost over, I should say. If you are new to my channel, this is your girl Gigi, the face of Gigi Buys Florida, back again with another video. And it is a live stream, of course. I am here at the mall. I was like, let me run here real quick. I needed to buy some skincare products because my face is like, a lot's going on with my face right now. I feel like it's dry. I was at the water park this past weekend. The sun was beating me up. And I just need to get back on my skincare routine. I just moved and I feel like I've let a lot of things just fall by the wayside because I've just been too busy, had a lot going on, still getting used to my new county. And yeah, so grabbing some products. I was supposed to do a live yesterday evening. I could not get on live because my dog decided to run away. My personal opinion, I feel like boy dogs are a lot harder to train than girl dogs. That's just my honest opinion. Reason being, Lennox, that's my boy dog. I have a cockapoo. He does not listen for anything. Like, he drives me nuts. Every single day I'm having a problem with him. He's always in something. Y'all pray for me. And what else has been going on? Before I even get into the topic, we had to go to Broward today to get this document. And while we were on the road, my check engine light decided to come on. And let me tell y'all, I have a BMW. I've only had my BMW not even 2 years. And it has been giving me problems. Like, granted, I know I have 60,000 miles on my car. I do a lot of driving being a real estate investor. But I feel like for my check engine light to be on already, no. Something's going on. And we just going to see about that. But back to the topic. The topic of my video for today, I actually have my other phone with me. And the topic is, in marriage, should in-laws matter? In marriage. Hey, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Hannah, how you doing? Please like and, of course, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. I would greatly appreciate it. But like I said, I'm going to ask you guys first. Hello, Bashal. How you doing? Do you guys feel like in marriage, in-laws should matter? Meaning your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your father-in-law. I am from Palm Beach, Florida. I am from Florida, but I'm Haitian Bahamian. I'm an island girl. What do you guys think? Do you guys think in marriage, in-laws should matter? Before I give y'all my opinion. Oh, from India. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Please, like I said, I have 3 people in here. Please like the video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. On this channel, I am going to be talking about all things that pertains to me. I'm going to give you guys my opinion on certain topics. You guys are going to see me in the day in the life as a real estate investor, relationship, me going out, me at the gym, all of that. Bashal, I'm actually getting ready to go inside the mall, but I wanted to jump on here real quick and just chat with you guys about this topic because I am in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for 6 years. And as I get closer and closer to the big M, marriage, I am starting to feel, very indifferent. I am a real estate investor. But yeah, I'm starting to feel very indifferent about the whole in-law situation. Now, before I dive deep into this topic, I used to feel like that it was mandatory for me to have a relationship with my in-laws. I felt like it was mandatory. Like, I was one. I have 5 people on here. Please like the video. Please like the video. Please, please, please. I would greatly appreciate it. I thought that Stuff 8. Yo, hi. Hey, how you doing? I really thought that I needed to have a relationship with my in-laws. I felt like it was so important. I was one that I wanted everyone to like me. I was like, oh my God, I'm in a relationship. I want the cousins to like me, the sister to like me, the mom, the dad. I wanted them all to like me. But now as I've gotten older, as I've been in my relationship a lot longer, please subscribe to the channel as well. I'm learning that you're not always going to have people that like you. You're not going to please every single person. There may be a reason or another why that in-law does not like you. And it's not your job to make them like you. Of course, when you get married, you know, you're marrying your significant other's family, meaning you're marrying their sister, their father, their mother, their cousins, all of that. You're marrying all of that comes with them. But should you lose your mind trying to get them to approve of you or let alone like you? Should you? Because just like, you know, when I feel like if I get married to my boyfriend, I'm marrying his family, he's marrying all of my family as well. But I do feel like there's some in-laws. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I honestly feel deep down inside, there are some in-laws that can cause or more so sabotage a relationship from reaching new heights. And the reason why I feel like there's some in-laws that can potentially sabotage a relationship from reaching new heights, there are some in-laws, for whatever reason, they feel like you and their child are not meant to be with each other. For whatever reason. Hey girl, thank you for tuning in. How you doing? Girl, this topic I felt like I really needed to come on here and talk about this topic about in-laws. But yeah, I feel like in-laws can really sabotage a relationship. The real reason why there are in-laws, you know, especially if they're old school. The way we date nowadays is completely different from how they used to do it back in the day. They feel like things should just go their way. Oh, good luck with your basketball game. Bye. And for me, like being an Islander, my mom, she's rough around the edges. She was one that, of course, being that I'm Haitian, she wanted me to be with an Islander. She more so preferred me to be with a Haitian, but that's just not my cup of tea. Not saying that I don't like Haitians. It's just like I didn't see myself more so marrying one. And I'm currently dating an American. And with me dating an American, I feel like our cultures, our upbringing is completely different. So a lot of things that I'm used to, he's more so not used to. But, you know, your parents can have a huge influence in your relationship. Because you honestly don't know the conversation that are being had behind your back. You don't know if they really are for you or if they're really not for you. And then let's talk about your past relationships. Like if your in-laws, I have 4 people on here, please like the video. If your in-laws had a better relationship with the ex-girlfriend or the ex-boyfriend, it is going to be so much harder for you to gain their like. Because it could be the smallest thing that caused them not to like you. And a situation may have taken place, and for you to like overcome that, it would be so hard. It's just like, why am I even here? So my question now is, and back to the question I asked before, since I have people on here now, do you feel like in marriage, in-laws should matter? Do you feel like your in-laws should have a say-so in who you date? Do you feel like an in-law should have a say-so in how you operate in your relationship? Do you feel like in-laws should be the root of your relationship, or the root of your relationship? Do you honestly feel that way? That is a serious question that needs answers. Because again, I'll see it on Facebook. I've seen plenty of statuses on Facebook where I've seen young ladies say, I do not care if my in-laws like me. And I used to be like, damn, why? But some people have some crazy in-laws. Some people have some in-laws that are messy. Some people have in-laws that, you know, for whatever reason, if they're miserable, they want you to be miserable as well. There are some in-laws out there that are like that. And I've also seen some memes where it will say, you know, I pray that I marry into a family that treat me like their own. I pray that I marry into a family that, you know, that's not judgmental. And I'm just like, are there really families that's like that? B. Tolentino said no, no, and no. Girl, I'm here for you on that one. And I say that from current experience. Listen, I've heard stories about how in-laws have caused destruction in a relationship. And that is so true. Misery loves company. Because, believe it or not, you'll see, prime example. There was this one dude I used to talk to back in the day. I'm talking about like when I was in my 20s. And me and his sister, you know, we were cool. But she was very messy. And I didn't know how messy she was. Like, she would come and she'll talk to me or whatever, but she was still in cahoots with his ex-girlfriend. So with her still being in cahoots, still chit-chatting or whatever the case is, she would like see me out and about or whatever and like try to like hang out with me. And then out of the blue, she's inviting the other girl, the ex-girlfriend, and thinking we just supposed to be one big happy family. Like, girl, I don't like her. I don't know her. But why are you trying to be messy and even put us in the same, you know, vicinity? Like, why are you doing that? And then another reason why I say, or I'm asking, should in-laws matter, is because what if that in-law have their own ulterior motive on why they don't want you with their son or why they don't want you with their daughter, and it takes years for you to realize it? Like years. Or how would you feel if you found out that your in-laws are the reason why your significant other is operating the way that he or she is operating with you? How would you feel? Like, I let it be known already. Granted, I'm with my boyfriend. My mom, my dad has absolutely no say-so when it comes to my relationship. Absolutely no say-so. I can come to you for advice. I will come to you for advice and say, hey, mom, I need your advice on so-and-so. This is the situation that is at hand. But as my parent, as my mother, I feel like your job is only to give me advice. And it's my decision if I'm going to take your advice or if I'm not going to take your advice. But some parents do feel like what they say should go. And I'm not for that. That's why I clearly tell when I'm in a relationship, hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Please like and, of course, subscribe to my channel. B. Tolentino said they do be having secret motive. That kind of goes with the last convo you had about oversharing and thinking you should have kept your mouth closed. Listen, I used to call I feel like they're not necessarily your in-law until you get married. Yeah, they're just your significant other's parents. But I found myself, when I first got in my relationship, again, like I said, this relationship that I'm in right now is more so my first real relationship. I used to be in situationships before, and I never got to the point where I was like, you know, meeting with the family, going to the family house, being invited to, you know, family function. That just was not my thing. But when I used to contact, you know, my significant other's parents or whatever the case is, I used to go to seek counsel. But what I didn't realize, when I was going to seek counsel and, you know, oversharing or expressing how I felt about certain things, I was literally putting myself in a bad position. The reason why I was putting myself in a bad position, if we ever got into an argument, I couldn't get upset with them if they threw that at my face and say, you remember you told me this, or you should have known what you were getting yourself into because you allowed such and such to happen. Or if they've had previous experience with the ex-girlfriends or the ex-baby mamas or whatever the case is, they may already look at you like, girl, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, I'll never forget my in-laws. I'm not married yet, but in the future, I plan to be married. I honestly said I wanted to have like a very, 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 very good relationship with my in-laws. I always wanted that. I wanted to be the one, you know, I'm going over my mother-in-law house. She's showing me her recipes. I'm grateful that my boyfriend, his mother, I love her. Like, you know, I can call her up and say, hey, you know what? I need some advice. She's going to give me advice, and she's just going to keep it as that. And I would say a mother's intuition is something that you definitely can't ignore. You can't ignore a mother's intuition. I would say with her, since she's met me, I met her, first time I met her, it was an actual introduction, like, hey, mom, I'm dating, so-and-so, and with me dating so-and-so, we kicked it off. She, from what I know, she's never told him, like, hey, I don't like her. This is the reason why I don't like her. And I'm grateful for that. With her son, if I wanted to know certain recipes, I was able to call her and say, hey, I know your son loves coconut cake. Can you show me how to make the coconut cake like you? Because, that's what your son like. I am happy to have a relationship with like that. But I've heard stories. I've seen it play out. I've seen in-laws, like sister-in-law and the girlfriend fighting. I've seen it's just beefing, back and forth. And I'm just like, damn, is it really that bad? I have 10 people on here and I only have 2 likes. Please like the video. And the topic that we're talking about right now is, should in-laws matter in marriage? Is it important to have a relationship with your in-laws? Do you care to have a relationship with your in-laws? When is it not okay to have a relationship with your in-laws? Now, I feel like if it gets to the point where your in-law is disrespecting you, you're out of there. Out of there, see ya. Don't want to talk to you. It's okay to be cordial, but I feel like all that extra, back and forth, it's just going to be irrelevant, because if you don't like me and you made it clear that you don't like me, why am I going out of my way to have a relationship with you? Like, why would I do that? Like, why? Why would I give you ammo for you to have a reason not to like me? And again, I know when it comes to being old school parents, they operate different. Like I told y'all before on my previous live, my mom was a young mother. My mom had me at 16 years old. So when my mom having me at 16 years old, the way she operated in relationships was completely different how I'm operating in relationships. My mom was not one that, she was set in stone, like, hey, I don't want you living with your significant other until you're married. I'm like, listen, mom, I love you and all, but the way I'm running my relationship is going to be completely different on how you ran your relationship. When it comes to like finances, I don't talk to my mom in regards to how much money my man's making, how much money I'm making. That is our business. And he's laid that foundation, like, our business is our business. Your family does not need to be included in it. But I say all that to say, there are some significant others there. When you're dating, you have to be very mindful on the relationship your partner have with their parents. Very, 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 very mindful of the relationship they have with their parents. Like me, I feel like my boyfriend and my dad would never really have a relationship, because my dad was never really in my life. I mean, I met my dad at 17. So, like I said, my dad has absolutely no say-so in who I date, how I'm supposed to date, if I get married, when I'm getting married, because you don't have that much leverage. You don't. That's how I feel. Like, I don't know about y'all, but that's honestly how I feel. And B, you told me from previous experience that you don't pretty much care about having a relationship with your in-laws. If you would like to give some more insight on that, why is that? Why is that? And see, another thing that a lot of people, because again, I said I got my notes on my other phone. Another thing why I feel like in-laws should and should not matter is because some in-laws can cause unnecessary tension amongst you and your partner. Unnecessary tension. Because your in-laws, again, some in-laws can be very messy. They can easily bring up your past relationship. Like, oh, I remember you when you was with so-and-so. You guys used to be so good. She used to cook this for you. She used to clean like this. She used to, whatever, y'all know what they be saying. And here you are, the new girlfriend, you're walking on eggshells, trying to make things work. And it's just like, damn. Am I ever going to be liked by you guys? Am I ever going to be liked? That is so exhausting, in my opinion. So exhausting being around people, let alone your in-laws, that you know don't like you, or let alone in-laws that are fake. In-laws that are fake. It is very, very hard. Very hard. And see, and this brings up my next topic that I wanted to discuss with you guys. And I was talking to my boyfriend about this. Do you feel like it's okay, or do you feel like it's a major red flag if your significant other is still in contact with their ex? Do you feel like it's a major red flag? Now, for me, it's a huge red flag for me because none of my exes. My bad, y'all. Again, calls coming in. I hate when I'm on live and people try to call me. Girl, my in-law now, she is also an old school teen mom, and the way she operates is very sly. Make you get comfortable and overshare to give you an advice, but turn around and sing like a canary. Girl, listen, I feel for you. And they will go sing like a canary to the other sibling. They'll go sing like a canary to the other family members. And then here you go, thinking everything is cool. You get around those family members and they're looking at you like, she thinks she all that. If only y'all knew what was going on behind closed doors. I just hate, I just hate those type of messy in-laws. And again, like I told you, I be watching so many movies. Tyler Perry, that's his big one on this. Tyler Perry loves to display how toxic some in-laws can be when he be having those movies out. Like the, what is it? Dang, what was the movie when the lady was married to this rich man and he was beating on her, but her mom was like forcing her to stay in a relationship, even though the daughter was telling the mom like, oh, he beats on me and all of that. I can't remember. Yes, he's the oldest of 9, 5 sisters and aunties and grandma and child. Oh my God. Girl. Woo. I'm the oldest and my mama, she probably just called my aunties, and like my boyfriend and I would be talking and he'll clearly say, I probably think your family may have their, perception of me. And I was like, your family probably have their own, perception of me too. But that's normal. That is normal. But I just feel like when it gets too messy, especially I feel like if you've been with someone for a certain amount of time, like all of that messiness should just be out of the door. Like it should just be like, come on now. We've been together for 6 years. We've been together for 10 years. Why are we still going around this, this circus, to get you to like me? Like, is it really that serious? Like if your son or if your daughter is happy, why does it matter? Why does it matter? And when you have to be around that person or the in-laws, like you have a family function and you go around them and you feel like you're walking on eggshells because you don't know if you're the topic of discussion. That is the worst feeling. Like I understand grandmas, like my boyfriend is never going to have the luxury to meet my grandmothers because both of my grandmothers passed away. But I feel like when you're around grandmas, you just have to take what they say with the with a grain of salt, because grandmas are just gonna say what they want to say and y'all just gonna have to take it. Like grandma said this, that's just my nana. I'm fortunate, again, my boyfriend grandmother, she loves me. She always, every birthday she giving me like my little card. Christmas she's giving me a card. I'm fortunate, I'm blessed to say that I have that. But I feel for people who have horrible relationship with their in-laws. I honestly feel for them. Like really, like I feel for y'all. For real, for 10 plus years, girl. This is why I need therapy, girl. That's why couple therapy is very important, because some of these conversations, I feel like if they were had before you got very, very serious with that person, like tell me how your family is. Tell me how your family operate. Tell me how they operate when it comes to family functions. Tell me how they operate when it comes to holidays. How are they? Like, is there a certain way I need to be? Like, I feel like you need to give them like, okay, I'm going to give you a preview or a trailer on how my family is. I come from a small family, my mom and 2 sisters, drama free. It was a huge change. Yeah. I come from, I would say, a big family. Like my family, they are, I would say, more so Haitian family. They are like always on top of each other. Like we're very close knit. Everybody want to know your business. You need to know, like, they always party and stuff like that. But my boyfriend's family, again, his cousins, they welcome me in. Like they have family vacations. Hey Gigi, you know, we going here. You want to come? His cousins come in town from Atlanta. Hey Gigi girl, you know I'm in town. Let's go hang out. And I love that for me. I love it for me. But I have more of a relationship with my boyfriend's family than I have with my own family. More so like my cousins. Because we really like, we click. But when it comes to the parents, I feel like the parents are probably the hardest to like win over. Because like every single day, it's like a daily struggle trying to, you know, gain their approval. And I know this kind of like ties in with the whole seeking validation. I am one that I'm trying to work out of seeking validation, but I feel like it's always going to be a constant, you know, battle seeking validation from your in-laws, because once you have a child, they may not like how you raise their, you know, their grandchild. It may get worse if you don't have a solid foundation with them before kids get involved. Boom, what happens then? Like, oh, I don't want to be around you because you doing this to my child. Or it's just a lot that can go on with having in-laws, especially if there's no boundaries in place. And especially if a in-law felt like before you got in the picture, they had more of a say-so in their child's life. That tends to happen a lot, especially in young ladies. Like my mom, again, me and my mom, we talk all the time. My mom called me 10 times per day or even more. But before I got in a relationship, she used to like, oh, Georgette, I need you right now. And I'm gone. If it came to my finances, my mom needed some money right now. I didn't have to consult my partner. Excuse me. I didn't have to consult my partner before, when I was in a before I was in a relationship. It used to be like, okay, you know, I only got to consult me. Like, am I good? Okay, cool. I'm good. Mom, here you go. But now that I'm in a relationship, some in-laws can see it as a problem. Like, dang, you never used to have to ask so-and-so before. Well, all of a sudden you have to do that now. I have 9 people on this live. Please like the video. I have 4 likes. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. This is your girl, Gigi. Please like the video and, of course, subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. We are just talking right now, talking about this topic. I'm getting y'all point of view. I'm giving y'all my I hate when I have my phone on Do Not Disturb and people still continue to call me. I am so sorry, y'all. Tell me if y'all still could hear me, because this man has called me 6 times. And I'm on live. But what are some of the boundaries you guys feel like you should set with your in-laws? I feel like the amount of times, oh, this is huge. I feel like you should never let your significant other feel like your parents or their in-laws have more say-so or more pull than them. I feel like that is huge. Never allow your significant other to feel like you don't have their back when it comes to your in-laws or to their in-laws. Never. Like, never allow your significant other to feel like they don't have a voice when it comes to you, when it comes to you, to them coming to you, telling you like, hey, this is how I feel about this situation with your parents. Never allow your significant other to feel like they're alone in a relationship, especially when it comes to a situation that is at hand with your parents or their in-laws. Because it's so hard to overcome that. So hard. Like for me, I want to feel like my man can defend me. If I tell him like, hey, your parent did this to me, I want to feel like you have my back. Especially if I have reason to feel like I didn't do anything wrong. Because I would never, for me, I would never allow my boyfriend to feel like he is going to get disrespected by my mom, by my cousins, by my sister, or whatever the case is. I would never allow that to happen. I have 14 people on here. Please like the video. And again, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Another thing that is very, very key that would, I feel like would eliminate some relationship problems with your in-laws is just keeping some of your, majority of your relationship business to yourself. Go talk to a therapist before calling your in-laws. Because I have learned you will go to your in-law and tell your in-law, oh, Johnny did this to me. And, you know, your parent might be like, oh my God, I hate Johnny. You need to break up with Johnny. 2 days go by, you and Johnny done made up. You think your parent, your mom, your dad forgave them? Absolutely not. Because all they can remember is, oh, Johnny did this to my daughter. Johnny made my daughter feel this way. And never. One thing I would say I've learned in my 6 years of being in a relationship, and also from relationship stories I've heard from my homegirls and my homeboys, do not go to your in-laws and discuss what's going on in your relationship. Because you may forgive them, and they aren't as forgiving as you. Like, to hell with them. I don't like them anymore. And every single time you're around them, it's just like, why is this person here? Like, damn, I thought you got rid of her. Like, you can do so much better. Every time I say something, it just make me, you know, feel like something else to just pop up on my head. The worst thing ooh, is when your in-laws feel like you can do so much better. When your in-laws feel like you can do so much better than who you have right now, it is going to be tough. Tough. When I tell you tough, it's going to be so tough for you to overcome that. B. Tolentino said, right, keeping conflict between you two, financials, the way you parent. Yes, because, oh my God, you can be thinking it's so innocent when you're going to them. So innocent. And lo and behold, you having a full-blown conversation and they just like, no, I can't believe you allowed this to happen. I can't believe you allowed this to go on for so long. And some people, you know, they will stay to themselves and they will allow the situation to just fester and just like, okay, I'm gonna just let it boil over. And it never does. And then boom, that in-law is just like, you know what? I don't want you with them anymore. What do you do? What do you do? I don't know. For me, I'm kind of like I'm more so 75% you should care about having a relationship with your in-laws. And I'm like 25%, I feel like it doesn't matter. Because there's only but so much you can do to get your in-laws to like you. And I don't feel like you should be jumping through hoops to get your in-laws to like you. Like, hey, this is who I am. I'm not disrespecting your child. I love your child. I have shown you and I've shown your child that I love them. I don't feel like I should be jumping through hoops to get your Oh my God, that's people keep calling me. Y'all, we gonna have to finish this conversation a little bit later tonight because my live keep freezing now because people keep calling me. So I will chit chat with y'all later. But until next time, y'all, ta-ta. This was a great live.